Caleb Powers was born on February 1, 1869, to Amos and Elizabeth Perkins on Patterson Creek in Knox County. At a young age, Caleb's father expected him to take his education seriously. Caleb attended the public schools in Knox County. One of his schools was an old log house with one window and one door. He was a good student, but did contribute to some mischief. Caleb worked on the farm until he was 15 and had a solid education under him. He attended college at Union College at the age of 16. During his college years, he became a very good orator and taught at the local schools when he wasn't attending college. He left Knox County for the first time and went to the Agriculture and Mechanical College in Lexington, Kentucky. He decided he wanted to be a lawyer and not a farmer. In 1890, he was accepted into the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York. He attended West Point for 2 years, but had to withdraw due to his failing eyesight. He continued his education and went to the Northern Indiana Normal School at Valparaiso. He met his future wife, Laura Rowlands, also a Kentucky native, at school. While he was still in school, he returned to Knox County to run for superintendent of Knox County Schools. He won his first election for office in 1893. He returned to school and finished his law degree. He married Laura in 1896, but sadly she fell ill and died months later. He remained the superintendent until 1899, when he was nominated as the Republican candidate for the Secretary of State of Kentucky. He went on to win the election and became the Kentucky Secretary of State. However, Caleb's successes came at a dark point in Kentucky's history. After Governor William Taylor won the election, Democrats challenged it, claiming voter fraud. After many disputes and protests, the legislature ruled that William Goebel had won the election. More protests followed, and William Goebel was shot on his way to the state capitol building. What does this have to do with Caleb Powers? During the unrest, he went to his hometown and rallied supporters to come to Frankfort. The shot that killed William Goebel also came from Caleb Powers' Secretary of State office. Suspicion of Caleb's involvement grew to tremendous levels. He eventually ran from authorities, but was caught and imprisoned. Caleb had 3 trials and was found guilty on conspiracy and sentenced to death. They were all appealed. His 4th trial ended with a hung jury. He was finally pardoned by Governor Augustus Wilson in 1908. Caleb had spent 8 years in jail and wrote a book titled My Own Story while imprisoned. After his prison term, he sought another term in Congress. He won election and served from 1911 to 1919. He also remarried a woman named Dorothy, and they had one daughter named Elsie. He began his final position in 1921. He was the Assistant Counsel of the U.S. Shipping Board. He died in Baltimore, Maryland in 1932. He's buried in the Barberville Cemetery. Hope you've enjoyed learning about Caleb Powers. He was a successful politician from Barberville, Kentucky. You could also say he was an ambitious man from a young age. His connection with the Goebel assassination is what he is most known for, and you can find out more about his life from our podcast episodes. The darkest crime in Kentucky is a very controversial time during our state history, and Caleb was in the center of it. Don't forget to try out audibletrial.com/kyhistorypod to get a free book of your choosing. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for more Kentucky history content. If you'd like to support the channel, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/kyhistorypod. Find us on these social media platforms and check out the Kentucky History Podcast on these podcast platforms for more in-depth history of Kentucky. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.